And Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Coming up on your Primetime News, the Pago Bay Development Project is heard in court.
And details from last night's forum on decolonization.
And there's also been a shakeup in the local Catholic Church. Good evening, everybody. If you're watching us on KUAM TV, half a day to you. And for all of our online viewers who are watching us live on YouTube, half a day to you as well. Well, the controversial case involving the Pago Bay Marina Resort that was approved earlier this year finally had its day in court. Isa Baza was there and has his next story.
Save Southern Guam members filled Judge Arthur Barcinas' courtroom Friday morning. On the docket, the controversial case filed in May by the Organization Against the Guam Land Use Commission, Department of Land Management, and Wanfeng Construction. Save Southern Guam filed the case after the GLUC approved a high-rise development in Pago Bay amid heavy local criticism. Save Southern Guam attorney Levin Camacho.
We have two claims. One that, a 15-story hotel and a 14-story hotel aren't really designed to be in a residential 2 zone, and they should have applied to have it a hotel zone. That's the first argument that we've made. And the second is that they didn't meet the requirements that they needed to meet in order to get the variance issued. There are 5 things. It's an exception to the rule. Just because I live in an R2 zone doesn't mean I can build a hotel. And that's exactly what happened in this case.
However, opposing counsel for Guam Wanfeng Construction filed a motion to dismiss the case completely. The reason, because they claim the petition was filed beyond the 15-day deadline stipulated by Guam law.
The law says 15 days. The permit that was issued said 15 working days. We trust the Guam Land Use Commission knows what it's doing, and they know the law better than Wanfeng, but that's what the judge will have to decide.
During the hearing, Attorney Camacho also asked the court to issue a preliminary order to stop permits from being issued while the case is moving forward.
He's going to look at whether or not it would be fair to the Guam Land Use Commission to enter a default judgment against him at this point.
While no decisions were made, the court will now consider both this request along with the government's motion to dismiss. The next hearing is set for October 7 at 11 a.m. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
In recent months, 4 men were banished from Guam and sent on a one-way ticket home to Chuuk after serving majority of their prison sentences here at the Department of Corrections. The acts, which were done through Governor DeCalvo's executive order, haven't sat well with some of our local Chuukese community who planned a peaceful protest in front of the governor's office earlier today. Here's more.
They want to speak out, but it's not culturally accepted to do so.
As a woman, that's why they look down on me, because they taboo a woman who always say what's on her mind.
That explains today's low turnout for a peaceful protest in front of Guadalupe. Among the only ones to show were Bertha Diamond and a few other women. The peaceful protest was planned to vocalize their issues with racism, as well as the recent commuted prison sentences that banished 4 Chuukese men from Guam.
As mothers, they, decide to come along to voice how much we care for our children. We came all the way from Chuuk to have a better life, but if we are not as valuable as everyone, at least give us respect as human beings. We're not asking that much, because no matter how low we are of all Micronesian, we're still human beings.
On the sidelines, Linda Edward showed up today to voice her concerns. Edward tells media she was worried the demonstration would turn violent.
I think we should work harder with the governor of Chuk, their senators, their leaders, actually, and more should be done. I don't think there's enough of the of when they are being when they're coming to Guam for the first time. I think not so much what's that word, to inform the Chukis community what is expected of them, what is the rules and the regulations, and what is the outcome of if they do break the law.
Although just minutes late for the plan to protest, Governor DeCavo says commuted prison sentences will continue in an effort to keep the community safe.
I'm going to look forward to meeting this woman. I'm going to look for her and all those that have some concerns. This and the decisions that I'm making are all about protecting all the people of Guam. It doesn't make a difference whether you're a citizen or a non-citizen. I'm going to continue to do this. And again, based on what I have in terms of incarceration in our penal facility, I'm not the one that determined who was in there. So those percentages and numbers are evident. And because of that, because of percentages, you're seeing a certain ethnicity.
While it remains to be seen what direction Guam's quest for self-determination will take, there is no doubt that the matter has been brought to the forefront now more than ever. And following a federal lawsuit and ahead of a series of community conversations, a decolonization expert shares his insight on the path New Caledonia is taking as that nation prepares for its plebiscite in 2018. Ken Quintanilla has more.
While arguments were presented in the Dave Davis case before the district court Thursday morning, the conversation continued well into the evening at the University of Guam Lecture Hall. Attorney Levin Camacho.
The entire argument centered on this definition of native inhabitants of Guam, which is anybody who became a U.S. citizen by virtue of the enactment of the Organic Act of Guam and their descendants.
The discussion couldn't be more fitting as the UOG Division of Social Work and Chamorro Studies program hosted the latest in their Community Forum series on the decolonization process. It's a topic Nick McLeland knows all too well, as he's written widely on the issues pertaining to the decolonization process in New Caledonia. The journalist and researcher was the guest speaker for the forum.
It's an interesting situation because New Caledonia will move to a referendum on its political status in just 2 years' time. In late 2018, the date hasn't been set, but under the political agreement, which I'll explain tonight, a referendum is due to be held by the end of 2018, which could potentially lead to independence and sovereignty, or could lead to a new relationship within the French Republic.
McLeland, who actually sat through the hearings of the Dave Davis case on Thursday, said like Guam, New Caledonia is a multi-ethnic society that is also facing its own set of struggles.
The resonance of what's being discussed in New Caledonia is exactly the same.
And while the definition of native inhabitant is heard in court and who exactly is permitted to register for the plebiscite, he says New Caledonia has also voting restrictions for local political institutions for only citizens of New Caledonia and not all French nationals.
And at the last elections in 2014, 23,000 people, the vast majority of them European French nationals, were ineligible to vote for these local political institutions. And they don't like it.
He adds French nationals have brought the matter to court 3 times and lost 3 times as well.
Because all 3 of those bodies said that this is a decolonization process and that under international law, it is legitimate to place restrictions on voting in a colonial context as part of the decolonization process.
And just as the forum aims at helping students develop a better understanding of decolonization, McLeland encouraged the young generation to participate in ultimately deciding Guam's political future. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
Now, we did tape last night's forum, and you can check our website for the broadcast schedule to watch it.
While they wait for a decision from the District Court of Guam, members of the Commission of Decolonization are commending the attorneys representing the government of Guam in the Dave Davis case. The Independence for Guahan Task Force commend Attorney Julian Uggan and the Office of the Attorney General for their monumental defense of the right of the native inhabitants of Guam to determine the island's future political status. Davis filed a lawsuit several years ago after he was prohibited from registering to vote on Guam's political status. The matter was heard in district court on Thursday. While Davis's attorneys said the lawsuit was race-based, the task force finds it, quote, appalling that our island, which remains a U.S. colony and has been denied the right to vote under this premise, is being accused of racism, end quote. They hope the community can find inspiration and drive in Attorney Uggan's arguments.
Well, let's shift our focus now to church news. As effective Thursday, Redemptorist Mater Seminary Rector Father Pius Samet was relieved of those duties. In an emailed statement to KUAM News, he said, quote, last Saturday, August 27th, Archbishop Savio Hontai called me to inform me that he will relieve me from the rectorship. I accepted immediately because I believe in obedience, end quote. For the time being, Monsignor David Kirigua has been appointed acting rector of the Redemptorist Mater Seminary. Father Pius served as rector since November of last year, and he says his next move is to head to Europe, where he'll speak with his religious superiors.
In addition to Monsignor David Kirigua's appointment to the RMS, 2 other appointments were made. In a press release on Friday, Archbishop Savio Han-Tai-Fai announces Father Paul Guffigan has been appointed rector of the Dulce Nombre Maria Cathedral Basilica, and Father Kenneth Caravu has been appointed Archdiocesan Archivist. Both Monsignor David and Father Paul's appointments were effective on Thursday. Father Ken's appointment was effective July 19.
Well, family, friends, and island leaders paid their respects to businessman and former Senator Ben Atta today. State services were held downtown at the legislature this afternoon, with his brother Peter Alexis Atta delivering the eulogy, calling Ben a humble man and sharing stories about his love for playing the organ and swimming. The 33rd legislature, along with the governor, presented resolutions and recognized Atta for dedicating his life to the people of Guam. In 1972, Atta founded Pacific Funeral Home, renamed Atta's Mortuary. He was also a veteran of the U.S. Air Force and served as a senator in the 11th through 14th legislatures. Funeral services have been set for Monday the 5th at St. Jude Thaddeus Catholic Church over in Sinania. Ben Atta was 84 years old.
Still to come, the latest with the military buildup, and UOG releases the results of its climate survey. That and more, keep it here.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I've got just the one for you.
We opened our online store, upgraded our website, and increased our call center to better serve customers.
Yeah! What do you think?
Solid.
Tourism, it's our #1 industry. As Guam's largest employer, tourism supports 20,000 jobs. In fact, 1 out of every 3 jobs is tourism related. Annually, tourism generates over $150 million in tax revenue. Without it, every household would pay an additional $3,100 per year. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
In the market for a new or used car, Triple J says yes. Triple J Auto Group has the largest selection of brands on Guam. See for yourself at our newly enhanced website, triplejguam.com. We make it easy. First-time buyers welcome. 0 down. Trade-ins welcome. Get pre-approved instantly. Triple J says yes. Even get an instant trade-in offer all online. It's simple, safe, and secure. Plus, you can get a real-time view of the car of your dreams all at the touch of a finger. Why leave home when we can bring our dealerships to you? Triple J says yes at triplejguam.com. Triple J, customers first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook. to get all your daily headlines from Guam's News Network.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Official results of the University of Guam's first campus survey are finally out and show that the majority of these 708 survey respondents hold positive perceptions of campus life. Yet when it comes to sexual misconduct, while the majority of participants have not experienced these incidents at the home of the Tritons, 11% have, and report that 59% of those incidents were initiated by faculty or a staff member. President Dr. Robert Underwood said he hopes to conduct the survey annually to learn what areas need improvement or attention. You can find the full report at uog.edu/campus-survey. Well, in other news, blending could be a likely solution to address water contamination at 2 Agana wells shut down last month. GWA's Miguel Bordallo told KUAM News that the agency is working to procure a mobile treatment system for the wells, in addition to potentially blending the water well with unaffected water through the utility agency's transmission system.
We have not done that with these 2 wells yet, but we have the ability to do it at a later date.
Okay, so the blending would bring the level down
below the advisory level, correct.
He said GWA tested the effectiveness of blending last month with a sample from the Agana Heights tank, confirming blending would work for one of the impacted wells. He said after samples were collected, the contaminated wells were shut down and the Agana Heights tank was blended before being released into the system. The US EPA says blending sources to minimize the concentration of the contaminant PFOS is an acceptable measure if it brings the concentration below advisory levels. Nevertheless, Adelup says it should be a last resort only after proper treatment. Procurement of a mobile treatment system for the Agana wells could be more than $300,000. Well, you've got an opportunity to speak up on projects related to the military buildup, specifically plans for an urban combat training area at Anderson South. The military will be accepting public comments for the 45 days for the programmatic agreement memos associated with the training areas at the Andy South Military Housing Project. You can find the link to read the memos on KUAM.com. The last day to provide comment is on the 15th.
The Guam National Guard opened its newest multi-million-dollar building today. Island officials joined Guam National Guard members for a ribbon cutting of the new Exchange Gas Express. The $4.4 million facility will provide merchandise and services of necessity and convenience to authorized patrons and will generate reasonable earnings to supplement appropriated funds for the Guam National Guard's morale, welfare, and recreation programs. The over 5,500 square foot facility is built adjacent to the existing gas station and kiosk and the Readiness Center in Barragata. 37-year-old CK Khan, also known as Cretin Luno, is behind bars accused of stabbing 2 men with a machete. Court documents state police arrived to an abandoned building in Upper Tumon and found 2 men with cuts to their legs. Both men identified Khan as their assailant and both denied medical treatment. Police recovered the weapon, which was a machete with a 9-inch blade. Khan was booked and confined.
In other news, a 42-year-old man is behind bars accused of molesting a middle school girl. Court documents cite the victim telling her teacher, who reported the incident to police. On one of reportedly many occasions, the 12-year-old alleges being forced to watch inappropriate movies while sitting on the man's lap and being forced to perform sexual acts. The victim also alleges her younger sister was also molested. Jason Mauricio was arrested and charged with first and second-degree criminal sexual conduct and was booked and confined.
Chief Justice Robert J. Torres has been named the recipient of the 2016 Professor John M. Phillips Excellence in Government Accountability Award. The award recognizes the achievements of a government professional who throughout his or her public career has served as a role model for others and has exhibited the highest personal and professional standards. The award also recognizes a government professional who exemplifies outstanding leadership, high ethical standards, and innovative management. The Association of Government Accountants Guam chapter will present the award to Torres on Wednesday, September 14, and he will be in good company with past recipients of the award, including Public Auditor Doris Brooks, GCC President Mary Okada, Senator Ben Pangilinan, and GDOE Deputy Superintendent Taling Taitano.
Please stay tuned, everybody. When we come back, your Dial Rent-to-Own Athlete of the Week, and then later, your Cold Stone Creamery Birth Club shoutouts.
This is what we do on Guam's best network. We're the filter killers. Likers and sharers, the bingers and Netflix chillers, the tweeters and hashtaggers. GTA has improved their 4G LTE network, covering 95% of the island, delivering faster data speeds, strength and quality, and more reliability than ever. It's just what you need. So switch to GTA and step up to a better network, a strong network that lets you do what you do. GTA, better LTE than ever.
Hey, smart spenders. Looking for more ways to save? Buy food, get fuel. Shell's partnered with Cost You Less and Island Fresh stores to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station. Receive exclusive Cost You Less and Island Fresh offers when you fuel at Shell. Fuel up at your nearest Shell station today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
It's our Labor Day sales event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. This week, save thousands on our award-winning American lineup. Go beast mode on a brand new Ram truck. American muscle at its best with Labor Day discounts up to $8,500 off. Jeep lovers, the most awarded SUV lineup ever is all priced to move at Guam's #1 dealership. Visit us online at carsplusguam.com for easy shopping and quick financing. It's our Labor Day sales event going on now through September 8th at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
You know the rules. Eggs and sausage, hotcakes and butter. Morning fare, right? Well, McDonald's has thrown away those rules and opened a new world of possibilities. Now you're free to start enjoying the breakfast you love anytime you wish.
No way.
Yes way. Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
Half a day Guam Fiesta Friday. Woohoo! I'm here to sports you up. Let's do it. First things first. The IFL, is it the Interscholastic Football League or the Interscholastic Forfeit League? As there are 3 forfeited games, Southern forfeiting to the Geckos, Tijan forfeiting to the Friars, and Sanchez forfeiting to Guam High. So the only game in the IFL this weekend tonight, 7 p.m., the Ukadu Bulldogs playing host to the JFK Islanders. All right, that's that. Now let's get right to it with our Dial Rent to Own Athlete of the Week. All right, half a day, we're here at the Dial Rent to Own in Hagåtña. Changing it up a little bit where sofas are $0 down, so you come on and get you a nice sofa to lounge on. Here with our Athlete of the Week, Mr. Noah Mendiola. Congratulations for being our Athlete of the Week. And my buddy Jack here. Jack's a little nervous, so go easy on him, okay? Jack with a special message for Noah.
Congratulations on being Athlete of the Week, Dial Rent to Own. Who would you like to present the check to?
Gohan Napu.
All right, now, kind of obvious there. You know, Noah's a surfer boy, and he just took 3rd in a big contest over in Hawaii. What was that like, getting up on the podium and winning that medal?
It was fun. Good conditions, firing waves.
So I know that that's a big series, and that was actually the 2nd contest you surfed in Hawaii this year. Now, you weren't able to place, although you did really good in your heat earlier in the year. So was it extra special for you to take home a medal this time around?
Yeah, I'm really happy that I got to place this time, and I trained hard for this, so I'm really happy.
Tell us a little bit about training. I know your dad is a ISA certified coach and surf instructor, so that probably helped a little bit that you had to connect, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been training since the beginning of the year about trying to surf every day or every other day. Really fun, hard. Yeah.
Now, I know you train to surf by surfing, but is there any other type of training that you do other than catching waves to prepare you for a contest?
Sometimes light jogging, push-ups, sit-ups. That's about it.
All right, so I know you're into judo now. That's probably going to help out with your cross training, right?
Yeah.
And what's next for you, man? I mean, young gun like yourself. Do you have your eyes set on any other contests coming up this year?
I think September though. Queens Hassa event number 3. So yeah, I'm hoping to do good in that one too.
I know that you got a lot of people to thank. Who do you want to thank for your success this year?
I want to thank my dad, or coach, my mom, my auntie and Uncle Junior, and Auntie Denise in Hawaii, my grandma for supporting me, my surf crew, Jared, Every, Tia, and Irie. Really, I'm thankful for them supporting me. Big part of my life.
Well, there you go. Congrats, and you be on the lookout for this guy. When Surf's up, he's up, okay? From Del Rentone and Agania, on behalf of my buddy Jack, we're at 0 down on sofas. So you come through, come through. It's our Athlete of the Week with Del Rentone.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
Interim head coach of the Matau, Darren Sawatsky, is on island. Now, Sawatsky stopping by our KUAM studios to chat with KUAM Sports about day one on the job. And already Sawatsky says, first things first, he's going to get to know Guam.
First, I need to learn the guys. You know, I have a lot to learn about the culture and everything because that's a huge piece of it. But most importantly, we got to build on what they've already built. You know, Gary did a good job here. The guys are really bought in. So we'll look to build on that. And, you know, interim is just a tag. You know, we're going to look to win something in November.
Sawatsky looking to continue the momentum the team has gained under former coach Gary White as he prepares the squad for round 2 of the East Asian Football Federation E1 Championship Tournament in November. He says the team will have to work hard, but he does see strengths in the Matau.
Well, I think up the spine. I mean, you have some veteran professional players. You got a couple of really good goalkeepers. There's some younger guys that are learning and growing. You know, I need to learn a little bit more, but I think there's a good base there to be competitive.
Marcus Lopez Jr. recently signing with Minerva Academy FC, competed late yesterday afternoon, Guam time in India, at the 128th Duran Cup held in New Delhi. He signed a few weeks ago with a club that competes in one of the top-tier leagues in the ISL, the Indian Super League. So congrats, Marcus. Way to rep Guam. Hey, you guys have a great Labor Day weekend. My name is Chris Barnett. Thank you for watching, and do me a favor. You keep on shining, Guam. Adios!
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itanu program to generously supporting our local charity, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Tidus Ma'asi, Matson.
When you reserve a party at Chuck E. Cheese's, it's guaranteed to be a blast! Blast off! And now, birthdays are more of a blast than ever! Because for a limited time, tickets in the Ticket Blaster are worth double!
The Nissan Summer Fun event is on. Get into a new Nissan Frontier King Cab starting at $112 per pay period with the No Worries Car Care Plan. Your new Nissan comes with a free 3 years protection plan and free paint sealant. Enjoy discounts up to $10,000 when you choose from the award-winning lineup of Nissan trucks, including the Frontier King Cab and Armada. Score super low easy financing and save even more during the Summer Fun event at Nissan Upper Tumon. Frontier King Cab starting at $112 per pay period. Find out more at NissanGuam.com.
To prove how authentic my new Brewhouse Bacon Burger is, I'm going undercover at an actual brew house.
That's awesome. Amazing.
What if I told you you're eating a Jack's Brewhouse Bacon Burger from Jack in the Box?
Not this one. Not too reliant.
And what if I told you that I'm Jack?
No!
Didn't see that coming, did you? Order ale cheese sauce, grilled onions, and bacon on an artisan potato bun. Jack's Brewhouse Bacon Burger. New from Jack in the Box.
Hey, where'd Jack go? He was just here.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
I like how poetically you say that. Very nice. Very, very dramatic.
Happy birthday, Lakeisha Otai from Megan Boswell.
Happy 23rd birthday going out to Brandy, and we love you coming from the entire family.
Turning 45, Jerome Onslon. You mean so much to us. We love you from your wife, kids, and the entire family.
A very special happy birthday. And this is interesting because although you guys can't see this in TV land, this is in all caps. So that means it's special. Happy birthday to Tony Guerrero, a.k.a. Nunning.
Or it's screamed.
That's true.
Happy 4th birthday, Timothy Jude, from Mommy, Daddy, Sis, and Brother. And happy belated birthday to Casey, Jacoby, Zamora, Tenorio, Love, Nina, Nino, and the family.
And be on the safe side. Use emoji because emoji aren't, necessarily aggressive.
And remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday.
Well, it is time to announce this week's winner for the Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake. They are delicious. They are wonderful. And one of them is going to belong to Kiana Lynn Cundiff. Her birthday was last Saturday, the 27th, which was Election Day.
Super Saturday.
Super Saturday, that's right. So congratulations. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. Hope your family got out to vote, and hope you enjoy your birthday cake. We'll contact you and let you know how you can pick it up.
And that's going to do it for us here on the News Desk. Stay tuned. Here's News Extra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Happy day, everybody. This is Fiesta Friday, and I'm Jason Salas. Good times ahead, because Good Times is what Community Partners for Youth has planned. It's a newly formed group that are doing wonderful things with young people on Guam for this new school year. So I want to introduce you to two friends of mine. We have Rose Calvo and David Camacho, who are joining me to talk about this program. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay. Okay. So tell me about Community Partners for Youth, and what are your respective responsibilities?
Well, the Community Partners for Youth is really just a group of people who are getting together with a mission to reach out and, act as an arm of, so for me, I work at the university, and act as an arm of the university, but with a little bit further reach with other members who have the same interests, which is to really reach out and create an avenue for youth to have like healthy activities or do nutrition education or anything really youth oriented that we think would be positive and healthy for them is what we want to do.
Good on you. That's a very worthwhile mission. So Rose, I would assume that your own passion for health and for nutrition and for really understanding the way you prepare food and what you put into your body and how it, it gives back to you having a wonderful life and everything, that's your responsibility too.
Right. So as Payless, again, I'm the dietitian from Payless, and we do the Health Smart program. And since this is a pretty new program, at least as we've redeveloped it, we have kids activities in addition to adults. And my draw for coming into CPY was to connect with other programs, because across the board, we all see each other at the same events. And I think we all, we could all use some help in getting the community to know about all the different programs. So I would say CPY is a place for all our programs to unite forces and figure out who's doing what and support each other so we can reach the youth.
And it's not competitive or combative or anything like that. It's one big cooperative effort. Very cool. So David, it's interesting because the word youth is very broadly defined. You can think of all the way down to elementary school kids and, your own responsibilities at UOG all the way up to college age young people. So what scope are you guys working with?
Well, I mean, just a very broad scope. So really 0 to 21, if they're wanting to come out and experience something at the fair or one of our events, or if they have ideas for us that they want to see in the community, we're willing to listen to them and see how we can work with the youth.
Oh, that's a perfect segue, because let's talk about the fair, Rose.
Okay, so tomorrow, our fair, it's going to be our first event for CPY. It's called #MeGoalsBackToSchool Youth Fair. So we chose the theme Me Goals because we wanted to, of course, promote positive goals that youth set for themselves. And at the fair, we have entertainment. Every hour, we're going to be doing a Take 10 with physical activity. We have some awesome raffle prizes. And again, it's a place for the youth to come out and where they can see all the different programs and services that can assist them in achieving their goals.
It's interesting, too, because youth tend to be on one, if not both sides of the spectrum. They're either really gung-ho and they're really motivated and they want to produce positive change and help out their peers, or they're kind of more, I'm too cool to do that, that doesn't affect me, that's other people and everything like that. How do you guys handle those two peer groups and get everybody to be on the same page and say, hey, we're all Guamanians, we share this little island and everything like that. Let's all be cool about it.
Well, the great thing about the fair that's coming up this Saturday is that like Rose was saying about the Take 10, it's a portion we're doing every hour to exhibit and have an interactive physical activity with the youth, right? So there's going to be yoga, dance fitness or a Zumba. I believe some CrossFit, the guys at Custom Fitness, I believe, are going to be coming out. So there's different types of physical activity opportunities. And, whatever fits their interests, they can try it out. Right, so we're trying to touch all bases of physical activity.
And is there any cost to attend the fair, or is that 100% free?
100% free.
I like that number. Okay, and tell people like where is it and what time does it start once again?
So it's at the Micronesia Mall Center Court, and it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Fantastic. Okay, we are going to talk about more about this event when we return. Please stay tuned.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
How come you're not training for the Guam Koku Road Race, man?
It's not even fair, bro. I'll just win that.
Boom! Got him.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
All right, everybody, we're talking more about the Community Partners for Youth effort. I have Sherman and Noel here in studio talking about this worthwhile endeavor. Gentlemen, hafa
day.
All right, tell me all about what's going on. I understand you guys have a fun way to get out and get active and integration with the fair.
Yes, on September 24th, the Guam Department of Education will be having a 5K, 2K. It's called Be Healthy and Be Smart. It will happen at 6 a.m., showtime at 5:15 a.m. You can register at any participating school. You can also register at the main building of the GDOE in Tiden, main building A. To find out if your school is participating, you can contact me at 635-4363 or Hannah Gutierrez at 477-8040.
I know Hannah, she's a friend of mine.
She's
Great
awesome.
person. Yeah,
Yep, she's
she is.
awesome. The cost is $10 for adult, $5 for student. On race day is $15. And the great thing about this event is the school you sign up for, part of the proceeds go back to that school. So it's, a little competition between the schools to try to promote health and fitness within the schools.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh.
After the race, there's also going to be a health fair. There are going to be a bunch of sports organizations from DOE to provide information to the public about the different sports that students can take part in. There's also going to be quick demos available. About 15. We had 15 demos last year. However, we're trying to aim for more this year to give more information on fitness and health, including gyms. We're going to have gyms. We're also going to have the DOE health organization going to be there giving free health screenings. So that's also a great part to get the public involved.
And that is fantastic. And Noel, I'm sure you would agree, because you and I are a little bit older, and we remember back when we were in school, if you wanted to get involved in athletics or fitness, there was basically, I think it was cross country, basketball, and football. But today there's so many different ways that kids can be active, take part in peer communities, stay healthy, and and by virtue of all of those things put together, stay positive.
Yes, and one of the things that I'm representing, actually the Foundation for Public Education, is to be able to support the DOE again. It's one of the things that we normally do during the year. Aside from other support that DOE gets, our participation in the 5K run is actually to accept donors' funds. When individuals or organizations want to donate to the 5K, we accept those donations, and every donation that we receive, and also the money that the schools receive from selling the bibs, we collect those, and once we pay all the expenses, then we give it back to the schools, and we prioritize based on the number of bibs each school sells. then we give it to the school that sells more, so they get a little more money than the ones that kind of sell a couple here, a couple there. So again, it's a way for the public to be able to support this endeavor, this event this coming month. And so it's a lot easier than in the past where you got to figure out who to donate to. But now if you want to write a check, you can write it to the Foundation for Public Education. And all the money will go to Department of Education after this 5K, 2K run is completed.
Now, how about, Sherwin, for some people that might say, you know, I'd like to attend the fair, but I'm kind of like I'm a little shy because I'm not like, you know, these all island letterman, you know, athletes who, you know, like who are very popular in school and everything like that. You know, like I can't throw a football 80 yards, you know, like I can't run like the wind and everything like that, but I'd still like to get involved. I'm just kind of afraid that I'm going to be in like a different class, but I'd still like to do something. What would you say to them?
I would say that the fair is open to everyone and anyone, all ages, all size. You know, it doesn't really matter. Just come in, enjoy yourselves. Like I said, they're going to have quick demos where the fair organizers are gonna give you tips and advice on how to get healthy, and there's gonna be a bunch of information that they'll hand out. So that's what I would say to them. Come out and learn more on how you can have a healthy lifestyle, live a healthy lifestyle.
And of course, you're gonna have involvement from the public schools, all the private schools, and the federal programs, so our friends in the military. So how much money should people bring, and is there any cost?
There's no cost. Like I said, you can just join the 5K, and everything's free. The 5K is gonna happen at the GDOE central office. Free t-shirts to the first 800 finishers, the 5K, 2K. The 5K is going to make a loop around Teeden, and the 2K is an out and back course, which will be about 1.2 miles only, and the 5K is 3.1 mile. So you can go ahead and enter the race that you feel more comfortable with.
And the Teeden route is a great course. You don't see that too often for 5K. So everybody, if you're up for a challenge, take that one, because that's a good one for time trials, and it's also a good one for endurance.
It's a rolling route. What I like to say, rolling route. There's a few hills and a few inclines and a few flats, which is very good.
Yeah, so you can really get your time in, plus really break a good sweat.
Right. Exactly.
All right. So gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
And good luck.
All right.
All right. Stay tuned. We are back after this.
At IT&E, we know how important it is to stay connected, especially for students and their families. That's why IT&E is proud to give students more with the Motion Student Plan. It's just $30 a month for unlimited talk and text and 3 gigs of 4G LTE data. Bring your own device and get an additional 2 gigs and up to 3 months free. Students can do more with IT&E's 4G LTE network. Unlimited talk and text plus up to 5 gigs of 4G LTE data a month for just $30. Now that's life in motion.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
House to Home, brought to you by Remax Diamond Realty.
All right, everybody, we have been telling you over the past few weeks how you can actually buy a home, but we want to do something different tonight, and Liz Duenas is here. We are going to explore the topic of, Liz, what happens if someone buys a home, either an individual or a family, and then for whatever reason a situation comes up, and maybe like within a year or within the short term, they have to sell it. They might get a big job, they might join the military, they might do something like that, they may have to relocate for whatever reason, and they don't really have as much equity as they normally would have had long term, and they really need to sell it. How often do you see that, and what can be done?
It actually happens quite a bit. We've had a number of corporate individuals who found the home that they, loved, moved in, and then found out that they were being relocated to another corporate location. So, of course, it was disheartening that they got settled, spent all the time looking for the home. But, you know, we would advise them, hey, this is what we could do. We could place the house on the market for rent as well as placing it for sale. So it just depends on the individual, what they're looking at. But we would do both of that at the same time and then see what goes first. Because what happens is if we can rent it and get a good rental income for them that pays the mortgage, it buys them the time to give room for appreciation in market value. And, you know, it just, at least it pays for the mortgage. And then over time, sometimes they change their mind. They don't want to sell it at least for the next 3 years.
Or they might get a temporary detail, like say if they're in the military or
That's
you know, like they're a federal contractor and they'll be away for a couple of years and they're like, I always want to come back to Guam because this is my home.
That's right.
But you know, I just dropped money on a home. And so
That's
what
right.
I want to know is, so you do advise that people possibly rent it out as opposed to like selling it? Because what I'm thinking is if I just bought a home, even though I haven't really depreciated it that much, so the home is still pretty much like in almost brand new condition, you would hope.
Right.
Am I still going to take a significant financial hit?
You would, because
loss.
if you left and it depends, again, everyone's different. They might need to sell because what they want to do is take the money and transfer it to their new location. And if the market isn't, if it's at the same value right at that point, they would stand to lose because they've already put in escrow monies, they've put in their down payment, they've put in improvements. So they've done a number of things to the home. So best thing to do is get it rented until time is right, and then they can sell it.
What's the turnaround time typically for that? Like if I found out that, you know, I was going to go work for Netflix or something like that, and then I was like, hey, I'm out of here in a month. I just bought a home and everything. I'm paying the mortgage on that and everything. Can I give it to you to list and everything like that? How soon could we actually turn it around and I'd have a tenant?
Well, we would, of course, take it, put it on the market. We could probably turn it within, let's say, a 3-month window. Everything is critical to pricing and where the house is located and its marketability. So we could probably turn it around within a window. It's pricing. If it's priced right, but with our market, with military tenants, more than likely, if it's a good home, it'll be easy to rent. So normally our 3 markets for rental would be our corporate, our military, and then of course, actually 4, corporate, military, Section 8, and then your local market.
Now, there are people like me who don't necessarily want to, you know, work the profit margin and everything like that. But like you said, I mean, I may have put tens of thousands of dollars into the escrow, the closing cost, improvements and everything like that. If I'm leaving the island for an undisclosed amount of time and everything, I just want to break even. I just want to make sure I don't take a loss and everything like that. Can I at least make sure that if I sell the home right away, that at least I cover my bases and I'm not losing money?
Yes, we could do that. I mean, we put it on the market, we put it for sale, but then just remember when you put it on the market, you're subject to paying extra fees on top of that, like the agent commissions, any fees associated with placing it on the market. But again, if it's priced right, it won't be a problem to move it, especially in our market today.
How often do you see people try and do this all on their own? Because of course, you know, the smart move is to go with a licensed professional like yourself. But what if people say, I want to be a one-man band and I want to, you know, try and do it all.
There are people, they refer to them as for sale by owners. They're called FSBOs. There are people out there who work on doing it. But the problem is it's difficult, especially when you're working, you're trying to get everything tied up. Let the professionals do the work for you. Let a realtor handle the dirty work in getting your property rented because they know the ins and outs, they know the paperwork involved, and they know the process. So that's what a realtor is for.
And that's even harder if, say, like if you did get relocated or transferred, so you won't have to keep going back and forth between Guam and, you know.
That's right. And in fact, working with a realtor, they could assist you in your relocation. They could contact another agent wherever you're going and do a referral. They would do all the research, finding out which realtor would serve you within that immediate area you're relocating to.
Okay, before we go to commercial, just real quick question since we're talking about it. How often do you actually see people from off-island being landlords? I've known several. I just didn't know like how widespread of a practice
Actually,
that is.
we have people from all over in our property management division. So
I know somebody in Wisconsin and they own like, you know, apartments. They own apartments here and they rent them out, but they, you know, they live on the other side of the planet.
They do. We do have people from all over the world, actually.
So in that case, you would just say, I'm the landlord, I have a tenant, but I'm going to have a property manager who's
You'll have a
who's
assigned
local.
property manager that's local who take care of the property, and then they will report to you every month.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we can talk about property managers next week, because that's a fascinating
we could
subject.
do
too.
that.
It's a really good way to make money too, I would think.
And by the way, happy anniversary, KUAM 60th.
Oh, thank you very much.
Just wanted to put that in there.
Well, and we appreciate for you and Gina and you fine folks at RE/MAX being part of our family for the last 4 years with this segment. So it's been fun.
Well, we definitely have a lot of fun.
All right. We're going to do another on location segment. Those are always a lot of fun. Speaking with the parrot again.
That's right. The other parrot.
The other parrot. Yeah, the red one. All right. We'll see then. All right. We will see you on the flip side of this break.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Moss.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
When we were teens, junior achievement gave us the opportunity to develop our leadership and social skills. Right, and it's those same skills that we use today. JA definitely put us on a path to success. And as JA alumni, we give back. And we'd like to ask you to support JA as well. Be a positive influence for Guam's next generation.
Volunteer, donate, sponsor.
You can help build a better future for them, for Guam.
And for all of us.
They're worth it. Health, home, and lifestyle. News and information on wellness, health, balance, and fitness. Join Isabaza on Tuesdays for instant motivation, inspiration, and important health news from around our community. Presented by Paradise Fitness. Exercise is medicine.
Enjoy the beauty of Guam from Punta Dos Amantes to Lovers Point at the 8th Annual Guam is Good Sunset 5K Run Walk to benefit the Edward M. Calvo Cancer Foundation on Saturday, September 10th, 2016. Join us for an early evening race with entertainment, refreshments, also post-race raffle giveaways including airline tickets from Philippine Airlines, t-shirts for the first 500 finishers, and access to the breathtaking sunset views from Tumam Bay from Punta Dos Amantes. Showtime is at 4:15 p.m. with go time at 5. Register in advance at Hornet Sports or the EMC Cancer Foundation office above Cup and Saucer in Hagåtña. $10 per person or $30 for a family of 4. 100% of the proceeds benefit the Edward M. Calvo Cancer Foundation, assisting cancer patients in our local community. For more information, visit guamisgood.org or our Facebook page.
All right, everybody, we have one more island event to tell you about, and it is a very sentimental one. It is the Guam Nikkei Association's second annual lantern floating ceremony. It's going to be held on Saturday the 10th. And my good friend Monty Mesa is here, and he is a member of that organization. We're going to talk about that. Monty, hafade, welcome back.
Hafade, nice to see you.
Okay, for people that don't know, what is the Nikkei organization and how is it related to Guam?
Yeah, Guam Nikkei Association is basically anybody living on Guam who has some Japanese heritage. And we welcome everybody to be a member, anybody.
It doesn't have to be like 50% or it can be a
any heritage or bloodline that you have or any family connection you have with Japanese, then we welcome them. But also, because we're a 501(c)(3) organization, we can't discriminate. So actually, we will welcome any member, any resident of Guam to become members.
But certainly the event that you guys are putting on, because this lantern ceremony is absolutely beautiful, and it's used to honor the memory of people that are no longer with us, of the ancestry. Right. So tell me about that, and tell me about these beautiful flotation devices right now.
Yes, our first year we floated coconuts, but as you know, we have problems with the rhino beetle epidemic here, and it was very difficult also to float the coconuts. So this year we commissioned a project to a Eagle Scout candidate. His name is Joshua Cepeda, with Troop 1415 in Derrido. And we asked him to design us a model of a boat that we could float on the ocean. And he came back with a design for a prototype model like this.
And that is not an easy engineering challenge. That's
right. That's right. He and his Boy Scout troops figured out a way to keep it balanced, whether it's high tide or low tide, it's wavy. And this we've test floated down at Ipao during low and high tide and waves and windy days, and it floats. And this is what we've asked him to do. He designed this, had all the materials made on Guam. He's got the design patterns for it. And we have 400 of these prototype lanterns to be floated. And we hope that next weekend on September 10th, we have people coming down on a sunset event from 5 p.m. is the ceremony to probably 8 o'clock when we finish. But we will be floating all of these lanterns and have people between 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. to come down at Ipao Beach at the main pavilion, and we will give everybody. There's no cost to it. You get a lantern sleeve to write the messages to your loved ones who you want to pay tribute to, and then we will attach them. They have adhesive here, and we will attach them to this proa. However, though, we also do collect and accept donations. And of course, anybody that makes a $5 donation, we get a free gift. They'll get a free Guam Nikkei Association Guam Lantern floating tote bag for your beach bag or shopping bag.
Very nice.
So you walk away with a gift for your donation, $5 or more.
And again, this is a really neat event. It's certainly going to be very, very photogenic. But the sentiment and the whole emotional purpose behind it is to honor tradition, to carry on one's heritage and their connection to the Japanese culture, and to celebrate the lives.
That's correct. And this is one project that the association agreed to do. So we're not looking to do a lot of projects, but one meaningful project that hopefully we grow it for years to come. This year, not only our association got involved in this, we've got the Filipino community of Guam support, as well as the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Korean Association of Guam, and the Young Men's League of Guam to participate, and the Japan Club of Guam. So we have our international communities who we asked to participate with us and join us in this event, and hopefully we can take this into the future. And someday, we hope that as we get bigger, also not only for our residents to partake in this, but also some of our visitors who have visited Guam before in the past, who have lost loved ones either through drowning or through an unfortunate incidents in Tuman, that we invite them back and honor the memory of their loved ones who have perished here on Guam.
So real quick before we end the show, let people know once again, where is it and what time should they show up?
Yes, it's Saturday, September 10th at Ipao Beach, the Governor Joseph Flores Memorial Park, Ipao Beach. And from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., we encourage all the residents to come down and get one of these sleeves so that you have time to reflect and write your messages to your loved one. And then we will attach them to the proas. And then if you can't come back at 5 p.m. in the evening to float them, we will float them for you.
All right.
But if you come early, get one and reserve it. And then if you want to come back at 5 p.m. for the ceremony, we have a 1-hour ceremony. And at sunset, everybody gets to float the candle lanterns out to sea just at dusk. So I mean at sunset, and it'll be a very beautiful and meaningful event.
All right. Well, Monty, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Good night.
Closed captioning is